1800s, there were many slaves in the South of America. Sometimes they acted out in force or in more subtle ways, such as damaging property or working slower. Some slaves even revolted by escaping. When they fled, owners offered a huge amount of money for their return. If caught, they were punished very harshly. Some slaves were actually fortunate enough to make it to freedom. Many formed communities of runaway slaves in areas of the South. Thousands fled for the North to gain their freedom. These slaves encountered the Underground Railroad, which wasn't actually a railroad, but a secret route to the North. Reaching the Underground Railroad was very terrifying for these fugitives. Most of them traveled by foot and had very little to eat. All they ate were things they found along the way. There were many obstacles, such as crossing rivers, hiking over mountains, and walking through swamps. Many slaves used disguises so they wouldn't get caught. Some fair-skinned slaves posed as white men and successfully escaped. Along the way, most of those helping slaves were free blacks or escaped slaves. Harriet Tubman is one of the most famous workers. She returned to the South 19 times to lead others to freedom. Workers of the Underground Railroad were actually referred to by names of people who worked on the real railroads. Station masters hid the slaves in their homes. Conductors led slaves to the next station. Stockholders gave the slaves money, food, and clothing. Slaves were even called passengers. All of the workers of the Underground Railroad took great risks. After the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850, their work was made even more dangerous. This act required citizens to return runaway slaves. Those who failed to do so were subject to 6 months in jail and were fined $1,000. Precautions were taken to keep the slaves hidden. They hid slaves in secret rooms and tunnels. They were also hidden in the bottoms of wagons. A conductor arriving at a station usually said he was a friend with friends. During the 1800s, as many as 100,000 slaves escaped, thanks to the Underground Railroad. This was a very small percentage of those who lived in slavery. The Underground Railroad still had a very important impact on America's history. It fueled conflict with the North and South and eventually led to the Civil War. These events shaped our country into what it is today.